I used to live my life a quarter mile at a time. But things changed. I'm a father now. I will always be in your heart.
Little Brian, I have a gift for you.
Your daddy gave me this.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. It's very special. It's for protection from what's coming.
Well, here's the truth. I am really rooting for the success of F9. That's all it's called now. You know immediately what that is. This is the 9th edition of the Fast and the Furious franchise that has made Universal Pictures a boatload of money, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger with every outing that they go through. Through it all, we've had Vin Diesel here at the center of it as Dom Toretto, the guy who's as fast in a car as you can possibly be. And of course, at the heart of it too was the relationship there between Dom and Brian, played by the late great Paul Walker, and boy is he missed here. That emotional power that that relationship offered here in the previous Fast movies has been stretched a little thin now, even though they're trying to revive it in various ways. Now Dom actually has a young child named Little Brian, and is living with his new wife, Letty, Michelle Rodriguez. You'll be familiar with her from many of the past movies. They live quietly on a farm until, of course, the newest espionage mission comes their way, particularly Letty, eager to go into it. Dom, not so much, wants to hold back, wants to take care of the child, but duty calls, as it were, and the big nemesis this time, the big twist in the whole saga, is his long-lost brother. That's right. He has a brother named Jakob, played by John Cena in a very kind of straight, one-dimensional fashion. For whatever reason, brother Jakob is the evil villain here, the one who wants to take over the world and get the other half of this device that will give him control of all electronics everywhere, nuclear weapons, all this stuff. This is right out of a Bond movie.
Ever thought about the wild missions we've been on? We've taken out planes, trains, tanks. I'm not going to even think about the submarine. And now we got cars flying in the air?
These movies used to be about car racing and as fast as you can go there, and all that would go on in that world until they discovered that people wanted more of the kind of action and outrageous circumstances that you see in these stunt-driven movies. This one, of course, should just be called stunts, because that's basically all it is, one after another, all completely lacking credibility. I mean, what these cars are asked to do and the people driving them is phenomenal. How they stay alive, well, that's almost the joke within the whole premise here, as they keep making references to that fact, and that the humor comes out of that here. But there are more explosions in this one movie than I have seen in any movie in a long, long time. Cars flipping over and over, races with armored trucks here, minefields all these actors have to climb over and somehow survive. One big sequence is cool near the beginning where the cars go down this rickety bridge that is falling apart to begin with. That's kind of fun, the way they pull that off. And then again, more cars, more chases, more cars, more chases in the biggest way possible in all these exotic locations around the world, with Vin Diesel's Dom pitted against his brother for the sake of the rest of the world. Of course, there's lots of flashbacks to their father. We find out that their father's favorite was really Dom, and that Jakob always resented that. That is part of the reason he turned out the way he did. I don't know, something like that. You know, folks, you've got to check your brain and your logic and everything else at the door on this and know exactly what you're going to get from F9, which is a very entertaining ride, a thrill ride. This is like going to Disneyland or something. And the filmmakers know how to deliver that. Certainly Justin Lin, who returns for his 5th edition. He directed the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Fast and Furious films, and thought he was done, but now he's back thinking he can stretch the story even further.
So we're up against a master thief, assassin, high performance driver. Who is he?
Jacob is Dom's brother.
There are other familiar characters that will show up here. Of course, Mr. Nobody, played by Kurt Russell. His plane has gone down somewhere in Central America, and he's taken Cipher, played by Charlize Theron, this evil person here. She's now kind of a hostage, captive here, and has to deal with all of that. Helen Mirren's back for one scene as she zips around London here as Queenie Shaw, giving a thrill ride to Dom. And then Han, believe it or not, is back. He was dead. He was dead, but in these movies, you're never dead. Sung Kang comes back to play him, and from the audience that I sat in at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood, seeing this in a big IMAX presentation, there were big cheers upon his appearance. This is opened in Asian countries now, in China and elsewhere, and it's doing spectacular, and that is important for the future of theaters. So if F9 proves nothing else, if it does nothing else but put people in seats in movie theaters again, it will have served a purpose that I think is noble. For all of these reasons, I say, go.